begin. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'm Bill Christine. The kids call me Mr. Bill, and I am the artist in residence here at the Lehigh University Children's Center. So I'm an artist. I have a master's degree from Brooklyn College, and like all artists, I've got to try to make a living. So I sell some paintings, but I also try to have regular income through teaching gigs.
Our Artist in Residency program began in September 2007, and it was at the suggestion of Sheila White, who is the director of Lehigh Arts Lehigh. She felt having an Artist in Residency program at the Child Care Center would be very beneficial to the children.
The funny thing is, I'm not really interested in art education. I'm interested in, I look at it as sort of giving people a fair shake. I think education right now, honestly, has been so narrowed down to a set of little incremental steps, like putting a car together on an assembly line, that really that doesn't even interest me at all. I grew up in Catasauqua. It's a very provincial, old river town. And yet, there's like a real bond between the people there. So there's this kind of salt of the earth, real tight bond, but in terms of abstract thought or thinking about art and stuff like that, there wasn't much of that going on. All this art stuff is around, and it belongs to everybody, but very few people know about it because it's almost sort of held back like it's an elitist kind of thing. Like you can't really know about this unless you're of a certain socioeconomic level or something, or you don't go to these museums unless you're, a certain place in society or something. I really want the children I work with to feel like they are included in the web of culture and to try to make that accessible. Like this morning, I was showing the students some cave drawings, and the reason I show kids art, because I want them to know that that's part of any art that happens in the world is part of theirs. They share in that. That's their legacy. If they go to a museum or if they see it in a book, they don't have to feel that it's outside of their realm, but it's actually part of their legacy. They get that. They receive that. As being a human, you're entitled to all this stuff that's happened. I teach kids concepts that I learned in graduate school, and I think, why didn't anybody teach me this when I was in elementary school? This is really interesting how the Egyptians, let's say, used cubic form in almost everything they built. I don't know why. Maybe my teachers just didn't know about it, but I think kids can learn about this, and it's a key to latching on to finding a place in the world. Like you start to understand the world. Sorry.
Well, that's a lot.
I don't expect any of the children I work with to be artists. I wouldn't even necessarily encourage them to do that because it's brutal. But the things that you do get out of it in terms of life skills are you get ideas about open-ended questions. And that's really important, to be presented with an open-ended question and to try to find your personal solution to that.
Offering children free exploration through art and music is really important and a key part of their development at an early age. You don't want kids to all follow one path. You want them to be independent and explore the type of person that they're going to become.
Perseverance, to try to see a project through to the end.
It really just builds their sense of creativity, allows them to learn through play, try out new things, develop their own voices and things, and they really start to learn what things they love, or they try out things that they've never tried before.
To be inventive in your problem solving. So those are skills that are really about art, but could be applied to any number of fields. I think for a young child, it's real easy to do those through art because they haven't mastered the symbol systems of an alphabet and writing. They haven't mastered mathematics yet. But this is something they can pick up a pencil, they can pick up a lump of clay, they can pick up some tape, and they can use these ideas about perseverance, problem solving, envisioning, working together, all that kind of stuff, which they can use later on in their lives in any field they choose to work in.
Sure, it's on.
In these projects?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the T-Rexes. And I'm going to put a table here, okay? So they're working on a table. Okay. Now,
One time with paper, me and Justin made tables, right?
you made tables out of paper?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
By yourself. I think my dad watched the show later.
Okay.
You need a piece of paper, then fold it, then you get a table.
Uh-huh.
Fold it 2 times.
All right. So now how's this? What should be on the table?
I know. Just foam paper.
And what does the killer whale do? Just,
He hands them the paintbrushes and the paint bucket.
okay. All right. Here's a paint bucket.
Should I put that much?
And here's a paintbrush.
Those are his fins.
What did you say about his fins?
Those are his fins.
Oh, okay. All right. He does it with his fins. Okay.
And
Once upon a time there was a
I have a killer at home.
Okay, so this will be the first page. Once upon a time, there was a dinosaur artist. Maybe it's more than one dinosaur. Maybe there was a team of dinosaur artists. How's that? Okay.
It's a guy transforming.
Do they have furniture in their home, or do they just float around? What do they do in their house? Don't they have houses?
Float around.
They just float around. Okay.
There are houses on the wall.
He just floats around.
And his home is the water.
Okay. His home Okay, that's great. So now we got the T-Rexes, and they're making a zebra, and the killer whale helps them, and then we have the killer whale having a sandwich. Now what should we do next?
We should make a long neck. We
Okay.
should make a brontosaurus.
Okay.
Anyway, I have those stuffed animals at home.
You know what? A brontosaurus would be great if you had to paint something that was really high up in the air, right? 'Cause he has a long neck, and he could put a brush there in his mouth.
He can paint the ceiling.
Okay, that's perfect.
And he can swallow the paintbrush.
He can do what?
Swallow the paintbrush.
He can swallow it?
No, he can't, Kate.
When you think about art, people usually think about painting or drawing, but art is so much more. It's sculpturing, it's building, it's teaching children that it's okay to be creative, it's okay to think outside of the box. And it's very important to have someone who has the ability to help with the art, but also has the patience and ability to talk with children and to be patient and kind and non-judgmental.
I just hope they learn that there's sort of a community of good energy, that they can be with people and have a community of good energy, you know, a non-competitive sort of, they don't have to be better than anybody else, they don't have to stand out, they can just be a participant and have a good time, get that sort of energy. That's an important thing. And the other thing is that they have the ability to solve problems, and that they can have solutions to problems that are different than anybody else's, and that they're appreciated.
I think that Mr. Bill's influence on the daycare has been significant, and I feel fortunate that Owen had the chance to interact with him over his years at the daycare center. He brought music, art to their lives every single week, and to this day, Owen's art sculpture of his ninja still sits in his room from the day he brought it home from the daycare. He's very proud of it.
You know, from a parent's perspective, the first time you drop off your child, you know, and you're a first-time mom, it's like the worst day of your life. But you walk in, I very vividly remember walking in and handing Jackson over to Miss Barbie. And, you know, he'll be okay. You go to work. He'll be here when you get here. And you can come visit. I was like, okay. And so you leave and you go sit in your car and you cry for about a minute or two. And then you drive to work. And he had a great experience. And then 2.5 years later, Joey comes along. And I don't remember dropping Joey off at all because I knew he was going to be fine.
You know, I think the art program that we've been able to have at the Child Care Center is a privilege. It's been a wonderful addition to the overall curriculum. And the overall curriculum is really about teaching the kids to love themselves and to love each other. And I think everything Mr. Bill does ties directly into that. It builds their sense of creativity. It builds their sense of personal courage and character, and really gives them a chance to kind of express themselves in new and different ways. And I think that's not something you find at that level of education often. And we're so, you know, I think privileged to have that as a piece of our Child Care Center experience. It also ties it directly into the university in huge ways. You know, we're teaching students creative curiosity in college, and for them to be exposed to that from the time they are barely able to walk, and be able to walk out of pre-K, having experienced that on a regular basis daily in their curriculum over at the Child Care Center is phenomenal. And so I think that is the piece that has made it such a special thing for me, is that my work every day is teaching students to think creatively and to get outside of their boxes. And so the fact that we're teaching even the little guys how to do this is huge and sets them up with a foundation for that before they even get started in elementary school.
I thought it was downstairs. And I thought it was in the hallway
I need you
where
to
our
focus on what you're
jacket
doing.
was.
Please pay attention to what you're doing.
I thought it was in the hallway where our jackets were. That is the hallway that it is.
What? See, that's kind of the fun of these pictures of animals, is that they're going to be slightly different depending on what the artist wanted to do. Now, Luca, if you can't reach any further, you can go across the table and start from the other side, okay?
Are we taking turns painting?
Yes.
I love playing hand painting too. I love Mom never lets me paint on the wall.
Well, we don't want to paint on the wall. This is why we have burnt paper and we have this foam floorboard to paint on.
My mom never buys this, so she doesn't, because she doesn't know where to buy it.
You know what? This board is pretty expensive. We're really fortunate.
Where did you buy it?
You know, Miss Joan bought it. She had to buy it, or she ordered it online, and it's pretty expensive. So we're really lucky to have it. So we're
I have Austin.
Yellow's done. You have money to
Oh, no way. I know, I'm going to, but people are going to the bathroom. If it happens, we can finish it later today.
outside with signs. Okay, you and me are doing brown.
Okay, Beckett, you were working on the brown. Oh, fiddle. All right. And then,
We paint those.
oh, you'll be careful. I know you. You won't paint on the plate. Okay, and Luca, you start from that side, and Beckett, you start from this side.
Okay,
Okay.
because
No, it's not black. I think it's actually maybe a little better. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. If it's too dark, I can put some white in it. What do you think? What do you think, Luca?
too dark.
You're the boss, Luca. What do you think?
Lucas Brown. He gets to decide if he likes it or if he wants it a little later.
You're doing a nice job of painting right up to the edge there, Luca.
Is it right there?
What about me?
Yeah, you are too, Austin. You're being real careful. Good job.
Be careful. Oh, but don't be cheeky. we don't want.
Watch what you're doing.
We gotta careful with no white spots.
That's right.
I'm taking all these. I'm taking my time.
Good, good.
Look at all whenever we were back in.
That's okay. That won't hurt anything. If you go over the line a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. Don't worry about it.
This adds character.
Okay, Austin. Here you go.
You haven't done it yet.
I'll put your paint right here. Okay. Okay, now, that's good. Now, you ready to go to the other side, Ava?
Walking feet.
Okay.
Friends, it looks lovely.
That looks
So
nice.
pretty.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did you run out? Okay, I'll give you some more.
Look. Good, Austin. Now you're almost done. What is the red bottle for?
Oh, you know what? Sometimes I put water in there, but I don't think we need any water today.
Why?
Watch what you're doing, Lucas.
I'm done?
Just because you know what? if you pay on,
Will you go back there?
Can you sit by me?
John,
I'll try to see everybody at
behind the wall,
lunchtime.
friends.
Or you against the wall, please.
You can go by John.
That's empty.
Will you come, buddy? Stay by me, please.
I'm trying to get the thing cleaned off before it gets dry, guys. Perfect. Because it's been a little harder to get off than most paint.
Awesome, please. And then follow me. Okay. Follow me, please. Come on.
Our Artist in Residency program began as a partnership with the Allentown Art Museum. About 3 years ago, the partnership ended because funding from the state was no longer being received by the museum. I felt that the benefits of the program were so important to our children that we decided to continue the program. And we have been fortunate over the last several years that we've had individuals make contributions to the Child Care Center for this program. However, I want to keep the program growing, and I also want to ensure that it will remain at the center. And to do that, I need to start a small endowment. And the purpose of tonight's event is to build that endowment for our art immersion program.
There's an island way out in the sea where the babies, they all grow on trees. It's jolly good fun to go swing in the sun, but you gotta watch out if you sneeze, sneeze. Gotta watch out if you sneeze. You gotta watch out if you sneeze. Swinging up there high in the breeze, you're liable to cough, you might very well fall off. Tumble down, flop on your knees, knees. Tumble down, fall on your knees. And when the stormy winds wail and the breezes blow high in a gale, there's a curious dropping and plopping and flopping, and fat little babies just hail, hail. Fat little babies just hail. And the babies lie there in a pile, and the grown-ups come after a while, and they always pass by all the babies that cry and take only babies that smile, smile. Even triplets and twins if they'll smile. There's an island way out in the sea where the babies, they all grow on trees. And it's all good fun to go swing in the sun, but you gotta watch out if you sneeze, sneeze. Gotta watch out if you sneeze.